So this is Stell here. He's reading Donna Leon's Dressed for Death mystery that Adeline sent us. And what I'm really doing is I'm just trying to learn how to use the video camera. Nick gave me a little bit of direction, and one of the things Stell has asked me to do is some taping of our home here in Greece, which is called Stavraqu. We're on the patio now, and Nick said that as I do this I should really pan very slowly. So I'm just going to show you some of the oleanders on the driveway along the entrance to the house. They're very beautiful, as you can see. They are quite a bit larger this year because of all the rain. And what I'll do, you can see the wheat field behind the oleanders there, is I'm going to begin this just with my practice of giving you a little look at my vineyard. Over there you can see the corner of it. I'll walk in that direction so you can get a better sense of the size, and then I'll walk you down the driveway. So here we go. We're going to go in the direction of actually what is called Margaret's Vineyard in Stavraqu, outside of the village of Ersos. I know that was probably a little jumpy right there because again, I'm just getting used to handling the camera, and I'm sure this will get better over time. So bear with me. Here we go now, approaching the vineyard. Okay. I just took a step down, so I'm sure there was a little jump in the tape there as well. This is the vineyard coming up, and I think this is the 4th or 5th year for the vineyard. Last year was the first year that we actually had a harvest and made some Siparo and some wine. It's a red wine. Liz was here and she liked it, and she said it tasted a little bit like port. So that kind of gives you a look at the vineyard. There are all kinds of trees lining the driveway that Stell planted many years ago, 20 years ago, and had to water some of them with buckets of water so that they'd survive. Now this, now you're getting a sense of the trees down the driveway. This is a holly tree right here that seems to have doubled in size this year. And just in the area there at night, we often, well, I can't say often, but several times we've seen the alapou. Alapou is the Greek word for fox. And just the other night, before we went to the village, 3 of them came out of the area there on the ground, and they went across the driveway into my vineyard, probably eating some of the grapes. The fox like grapes. They don't like sour grapes, but they like grapes. And so now, I'm sure that's, Nick has told me not to be too jerky and to just kind of go very slowly. So what I'm doing is I'm just really walking you down the driveway. The driveway, we've given the name Karavasilis Lane because Yannis Karavasilis is the one who convinced Stell when the house was built to make it curvy, not just a straight line down to the house. So that makes it a lot more interesting. So again, I'm walking, and I imagine this is bouncing around a little bit more, but I have to practice. I have to learn how to do this so that when it's Stell's birthday party later in August, I'll really be able to get some good photographs of the people attending the party and the event and everything. So you can see this is a very romantic driveway, very green, and we are in the north of Greece, so even though we haven't had any rain for a month, overall in the year we do get more rain. So when we go to the village at night, this will be the road that we take. We're kind of isolated up here. There are no houses immediately next door. to us on this street. And of course, the road that leads to our driveway, where I'm headed now, and it's just a ways, the road that leads to our driveway is a dirt road, and a lot of the tractors and trucks and everything that come up here as the farmers work on the fields, or people work with their olive trees and so forth, they really tear up that road. So this is a bumpy road, and not our driveway so much, but when you get on the road, if you have to pee, it really jiggles your bladder around in the Jeep. So, but that's just minor. You can see how really lush and green this driveway is lined with all these beautiful trees. We had to almost every year come through here and actually just trim some of the briar bushes, because if you have the window down in the Jeep and your arm out the window, these little babies can really grab hold of you and rip your arms. And so we bring the little clippers up and trim them back. Also down our lane there are a couple pear trees, little pear trees, but they need pruning, and Stell really is considering hiring somebody who would come in here and actually, you know, try to improve some of the trees. We have an apple tree and we have 2 peach trees. I haven't done the video for you yet of these because they're closer to the house. And this year, unfortunately, and this is true for the vineyard as well, there was, I think in June, maybe early July, some hail, and the hail really did damage. Now there's something over here in the bushes making a lot of noise, but I imagine my talking is just disturbing some of the birds. It's probably about 7 o'clock, or no, that's not right, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. This is July 31st, the last day of July, and I have about 22 minutes left before I need to charge the battery on this camera. And of course, again, I want to do that and practice some more, because I know, I mean, this is the very first time I've ever worked with a camcorder. So I'm sure later I'll hook this up to the TV screen when we're back in the States and think of how stupid I was. And I know Nick would be saying to me right now, Mom, just slow down and don't jerk this around so much. So, but I'm gonna stop over to the vineyard, and he's really standing there right now. You can kind of see him coming this way. Yeah, there he is.
And what do I have for the camera? You want to see what I have for the camera?
All right, this is going to be shown at my home with all my family, so keep that in mind. He was going to moon you. I know you're disappointed. Yeah, he was just about ready to moon you, but then when I told him the people who would be actually watching this recording, he chickened out.
Yeah, chickened out.
Yes, he chickened out. So he was out there, and I just thought you...
I'm sure tomorrow's going to be a lot different day. We're not going to be eating at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and drinking that scene or anything. We're going to do something totally different, something crazy. So...
Go slowly, honey. Pan.
I'm panning.
Pan.
We're looking for the licus now. Alepu, where are you? I think this is all a made-up story about Margaret's Alepu. They've run out of things to talk about.
Yeah, let me show you.